Welcome everybody. Tonight we're not going to be doing the normal Kool-Aid Crew serious fun time lobby shoot everybody in the face with virtual bullets experience that you're used to. And this time instead we're going to be reviewing footage from our last match in the custom map tournament. And when I say we, I mean it, because tonight I have JamesBowk, who is the co-captain of Mayhem. Say hello to the crowd.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Time to get brutal on this.
And since James is really the brains of the operation, he's our go-to IGL personality on the team, we are going to get some real good in-depth analysis tonight.
I will be ripping into myself mainly, I feel.
And mono, naturally.
Well, I'll be like, why did I do that?
That's how I always feel watching footage. I always wonder, what would James think if he could see this footage right now? And it's usually not good. Alright, so
I do the same.
Let's see. We are in round one right now, and this is Orbital for anybody who's not familiar. Again, this is against Rome. I don't remember if I said that in the intro or not, but let's roll this footage. We have a little bit of time until the action kicks off, so we can just kind of get into it. See, right now, this is the... I don't know, do you remember the name of this room? I just know it's the west objective.
I know that it's the medical bay north of it. I don't actually know the name of the room.
Yeah, same. We'll just call it the objective room for now. But as we can see, we got a northerly spawn from Marsoc. It's a pretty close spawn, all things considered. Think about how large the map is, and right away... Rome sent some guys. They sent 2 people to the east as a flank. And James, since you were the one that kind of planned out the defense, why don't you give some insights about why we're positioned the way we are?
So this had a little bit of input from Mono in terms of, it's his map, so I asked for some positioning help. So Capitano's position is based upon a location Mono said was viable. I haven't actually seen where he ended up. So in the medical bay. So his was more of an ambush position, with Mono being able to back up if needed for an alternate angle. And then we have, in the south, we had Defilade in an ambush position, and then Theta and I were on objective, ready to adjust onto alternate positions. The main thing we can't do from here is, because of that north spawn, you can't push out, because there's a line from the north all the way down, which you can't get past. So we were staying compressed on objective. We weren't quite ready for a shield, is the one thing we didn't plan for. I forgot that they ran a shield.
They really took their time on this one, too. I don't remember exactly what time we had left, but I know that they were really building up their positioning. You can see Ree and the Eastern team has already made their way completely around the map.
This will be interesting. We wanted to watch this. I skipped through it after the match. I sort of wondered what happened in a couple of points here.
I remember Cappy saying afterwards that he had discovered some portion of this that he thought was penetrable was not, or maybe it was vice versa, but there was some confusion there about penetrable surfaces.
He was hitting some rail or something. He got told everything was penetrable, and he was hitting some rail with all his bullets, apparently.
Yeah. And here you can see our position's a little bit better. I'm behind a box in this corner. James is right on the objective on the opposite side of the room. Ree and Varric start moving on Defilade. And Defilade gives a call out momentarily. He might have even given it by now. Anybody that's not aware, there's an audio bug with custom maps right now where they can't hear the in-game audio. Sometimes, and sometimes it works. In this case, Trip could not get audio. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Defilade there, because I did not have any view of him. I just knew he had gone down. I could hear Ree talking too, so I start kind of popping around, checking to see if I could catch them off guard, but I never went too far.
It looked like he tried to engage. He was right at that doorway. The intent was for him to be more of an ambush spot. I know that his C4 did not end up where he wanted it to at the start of the round, which is frustrating. That would have made all the difference if Defilade had stayed alive.
I remember him saying that he threw the C4 and he immediately warned us that the C4 is in a bad spot. Yeah, I just checked the corner, I pop a few times, I was not going to engage too in-depth there. I could hear Reed telling Varric things. I heard him say Varric, so I knew there's at least one other person right there.
The intent there was just to create points which they couldn't cross past, rather than engage out on them. And then if they did cross past those points, then we knew we could adjust based on it. Probably wouldn't be doing the peak you're doing right now, Theta. The long hallway peak, just because of there's positions where you can look down onto that quite easy. I think your spot we are now is better. Just the ambush spot.
Agreed.
I think that's how you die in the end, isn't it? A long hallway peak.
Well, I heard Varix crawling. We'll see it in a minute, but I heard him crawling and thought I could peek him hard and win that exchange, but it was a longer hallway than I was expecting. Yeah, that's a lot of this is me not having very good map knowledge.
That's been the main thing with the whole of this custom map tournament. We don't really know the maps. So at this point, I'm covering the right side of Theta, the right of the screen, and Theta's watching this entrance here, as you can see. And then I've adjusted to the north based upon, I think Mono and I have switched because there's a shield call out, and so I've got frags for him. There's the frag for the shield. I didn't realize Ramen had gone down. Must have traded with Cappy. Missed that one. From here, our defense can. Well, what actually? I missed something there. How did you and Mono die whilst I was engaging that shield?
I'm not sure how Mono died, but like I said, I popped the corner coming from my position because I could hear Varix crawling. It looks like Ramen. I think Ramen and Mono traded right there, but Ramen ended up not dying.
Wait, Mono was what? But Mono had gone back into. Can we? Can we skip back a tiny bit?
A little bit further. I think it was just before this.
Yeah. So Mono and I've switched. So Mono down Ramen and then didn't finish him off. Which is frustrating.
Okay. So I'm just gonna look at the map real quick. So Mono, okay, so he's right here in this this passageway.
That's me. Yeah,
that's you?
Mono and I switched position at some point just about now.
Okay.
Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Yeah, you can see me on the side of the screen here. So we switched positions and then from there on. So Mono down Ramen should have been a confirm. Always double tap your kills. Good point there.
Okay, so Ramen, it looks like he's moving in over there. Or no, that's James. Oh. Oh, so Varix was on the corner. That's what it was. He came around the corner and spotted Mono.
Yeah, that with me watching the north, it should have had the other two between. Mono should have been watching that south-west entrance where he got shot from.
Maybe it was just too much attention diverted north that time. It's just a 1v1. Oh, actually 1v2, since he gets the revive.
Seconds left. Not enough time to make a rotation. They're gonna
And then this is just good rotation by them. They came in at the same time. My positioning was not as ideal. I thought it was only 1v1 at this point. So my position was based upon 1v1. And then as I came around, I realized there's a dude in the north, so I had to engage this person south there as soon as I heard the person north. So Ramen did those two shots. I went, crap, there's a guy north and south because I'd heard the dude south. Realized I had to push to engage the south dude and then try and flick onto the dude north. So it was just based upon bad positioning, based on the number of players remaining on the other team. Yeah, and that was due to the kill count being off slightly.
That to me is why having a pinch that's coordinated is so effective.
Yep.
Is because it sort of forces that defender to divert their attention in multiple places. Like even if they see one of them early, if there is any other cue, like you said with the footsteps, suddenly they have this pause and there's nothing they can do about it. They just get discombobulated. So at this point, yeah, so restart's coming around, I hear footsteps.
We've missed the start of the round here, which is quite a critical point for, probably a good point to make for your attacking setups, how you can shut down lanes of attack, lanes of defense. So you jump right to the start as we spawn in. So as soon as we realized we got the spawn on the north, there's a call out saying we need to lock them in, which is what I was talking about at the start of the previous round. So I got Cappy and Mono to both lock down that whole corridor from north to south along the west. There's a whole corridor. Yeah, Theta's pointing it out, which you can lock down. So unfortunately, there's a miscommunication in terms of who was doing that. So Ree is allowed to escape, which shouldn't have occurred.
Yeah,
so
you can
right here,
he peeks right there. He's open. He's in the open.
Yeah,
and no one
in
was
the
watching.
open right there. Yep. So that's important. So it's about communication, plus also understanding why you're holding something. And if you have to hold something for like a minute, 2 minutes, just hold it, because the Ree right here is dangerous. He could have done a lot of damage. I assume it has been held, so when I hear footsteps, I think it's a friendly, so I pull my tablet out and go, what? And get shot. But I'd assumed it was a friendly.
Yeah, Defilade and I both knew that there was a flanker at that point, so I heard him moving around, pushed the corner, ended up winning that exchange.
Yeah, the adjustment onto the flanker was good. It's just a good case of having someone just hold a position can be worth it.
Yep.
The attack from here was methodical and good. It just should have been a 5-up attack, not a 4-up attack. So you and Defilade are having to rush a little bit to get back in sync, but you're getting there now.
And we knew someone was in there. I actually saw Ramen. You saw it earlier in the round. I was taking shots at him as he went into position, so we knew there was somebody in there. We were calling it out.
Nice. It's a good double push.
Yeah. Yeah, he was done no matter what. He wasn't going to get saved there.
Once again, I am sorry, but apparently I just don't get what I think I'm saying.
This next defense is the defense which I wish they had in-game audio.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite rounds.
This was well set. This was one which we had a setup for properly. So if you pour the good overhead. So the intent of this defense was Theta.
I'll rewind it and put it on that overhead. Okay. So I guess we can't really. We can see most of it right there, right?
Yeah. So you can see Theta's already in position. To the west more. Yeah. So he's watching north from there. And then Mono's dropping down as a left-hander as well. He's going to watch along that south corridor. So Mono's going to pop down, watch along that south corridor so Theta can't get flanked on from behind. We've got Cappy watching that east corridor entrance. Defilade's watching the north. And then I'm ready to adjust onto whomever. I'll be sitting on objective. Right now I'm just running and showing Cappy where to go. So that's why I'm with Cappy. So that's the intent. So the intent of Mono and Cappy's position is not to expose themselves. It's just to let the enemy know they're there and then make the enemy realize, oh crap, they can't do anything about it. So Mono should be mainly hidden here, just putting shots off every now and then. He probably overexposes himself at times. Like that.
It's a critical res, since Mono plays such an outsized role in this round.
Yeah, just stopping them. He doesn't do two, he doesn't get two, and he gets, I think he gets 1 kill. But he just slows them right down.
It was a great bit of confusion for them too. So they get a peek of Mono, he fires at them, and then they hear me too, because I'm moving around. And they know they can't go this way.
I wouldn't have done this.
Yeah, this is a little dangerous.
Too peeky. It's not the intent of his position.
I think there I'd actually taken shots at Ree too as he came around the corner. So again, these guys are getting cues that this hallway is locked down.
Yeah. And because Theta's watching south more, I'm watching the north side of Theta for a bit, and then I switch off it. I think there should have been a call out. So whenever Theta doesn't have his north side covered, becomes my focus from the objective across.
Yeah, so we have a slightly more developed view of the overlay here. So this is everybody in their basically final positions. Here's Mono, here's me, and I don't remember. Are you in the server room in this case?
Yeah, I'm on objective.
Okay. And then I believe this is Defilade and this is Cappy.
Yep.
As you can see, they're sending some guys through the east this time, and they have one left who's about to be near my position as well. But there's this real tense moment with Varix. Varix is right here. I'm right here. We know we're right around the corner from each other.
As soon as this is our danger time right now. So Theta, I think the call came as soon as Mono went down that I was watching your north now, Theta.
Yep.
And I'll adjust onto it. Yep, you can see me on objective watching across now. And Theta's now south focused, so he's now got an intersection point which they can't cross here, and should only be watching south.
There are a couple times I checked just because I thought I heard footsteps creeping on me, but
yeah, unfortunately, one's right now.
Yeah,
oh.
That was close. It was very close. I got lucky on that.
Yeah. So the intent of Theta's position now is it's a trust thing. So he trusts me on objective to watch his north, and he just watches the south.
William here with the shield now, getting close to the objective with Ramen. You hear those nade pulls. Cappy is waiting for an angle.
And to answer your question, Dazzler, in the chat, it's always Mono's fault. It's just a fact. It's just science.
The nade goes out. Cappy's flashed. William's gonna rush the corner. Cappy's running.
Ooh. If that had been a frag, it did.
Yeah.
This frag should have got him too.
Oh, that was... I have to say, I think they got screwed on that one. That should have been a down at the least.
Yeah.
The grenade was right on him.
Man, these nades coming out.
They did. I had one the other way on Panda Towers. There's some terrible frags there.
He tries to hit the feet. He doesn't hit him.
Cappy testing his luck right there.
Cappy's just trying to bait him and slow him down.
Cappy had called out the shield at this point.
They've still got Gladiator and Varix.
He'd called it out before, but I'm busy with Theta. I just said to Cappy, let me know when he gets close to peeking out, and I'll come with a frag. And I just said, give the shield ground, don't need to engage.
And if you look on the overlay where my cursor is, you can see Varix has now rotated. James is still watching down that line from the objective. You can see it. I believe I could hear him at this point. I started looking a little bit, because I just wanted to make sure I didn't get snuck up on. I was also checking my distance from that angle. But he is making his way onto my position, and this is a critical choke point getting into the objective, which is why we're putting so much emphasis on it.
He's going to be pushing the other side of Theta. Theta is just hanging out on these stairs. Varix looking for that.
Yeah, one thing I was terrified of is that I exposed my head too much.
You can see my light. You can see my laser across there.
Yeah.
That's
Hello, Mr. Theta.
Trip.
James saves him, takes down the backside, takes Varix down on Theta's backside. Now we've got more shots from Defilade onto the shield.
So, and we knew that he knew that Theta was there. So we knew he'd be focused on it more. So Gladiator got in here. Defilade, that's Defilade's line to stop him coming in. So it was a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah, and now at this point we're all crashing onto what we know it's the last guy. We're all crashing.
Yeah. I had just the perfect angle to catch him because he was focused on Cappy. His entire body was exposed.
I had a frag in my hand after rizzing Defilade. We're coming.
Map number 1. In fact, you could just assume that your 6 was shots rang out onto somebody. Shots rang out onto somebody. Where's he gonna go? Where are you gonna go? What do you have? You have a gun.
Okay, and this is the same objective, but now Rome is defending.
Oh, that's the G3A3. I was like, that gun looks
Yeah, this. So you guys called out that some guy had flanked you, which got us held up a little bit and a little bit too distracted.
Yeah, we saw him. We saw him running around in here. We knew that they were trying to get in front of us early.
Oh, in this room. I thought you said the hangar, which was I thought was the one north of that.
That's what I was calling it, but I don't know the callouts in this map. That's what it looked like to me. Ooh, someone just teleported.
Oh, what? Whoa!
Did you see that? Mono just teleported across the map.
Very good position.
Or that might have been the elevator too, I don't know.
Position that he was fighting against, I believe.
Is that where the elevator? Yeah, is that the train? Did he go through the train?
I think it was the train, actually, now that you say that.
The elevator. Mono's pushing it.
The train comes out in the generator room, doesn't it?
Going across.
Yeah, I just saw somebody else on the map do the same thing.
Not sure
So I
what
think
he
it's the
saw.
train for both of them.
And he saw ghosts.
Yeah, Def called out that he saw somebody, and I was just sitting there to make sure this person didn't double peek, but we never saw
Yeah.
anyone there.
I thought it was hangar, so I was trying to get a flanking onto the hangar
Don't do it.
from
Right
above,
lines.
and then got shot by Gladiator
I think is where he was
from the
aiming.
actual position.
Catwalk, maybe?
Like,
I don't
damn
see
it.
Oh yeah, up on the catwalk. There's the body. Jumped off the.
Yeah, he got me there.
I didn't even realize that was a thing.
The rest of this round was a great attack yet again. I die early on attack, and then you guys just absolutely dominate.
Happy down in the.
That's
I think
something.
maybe I should just die early on attacks always.
Something I talked about a little bit in my IGL video is just, yes, there should be a shot caller on the team, but everybody has to be willing to pick up the slack if that person goes down. So, like I said, you're sort of the brains of the operation, but you're also playing, and there's always the possibility that you could die. You could even be the first to go down, like in this round. And that means we can't just suddenly float around like a bunch of idiots. We have to be thinking for ourselves and working together. And that's the mark of a good team, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. At this point, I was in the tent thinking you guys are bunching a bit too much.
Barracks on the south side in the hallway.
So you're all coming together, attacking from the same line, but I think you do split and coming through different entrances. But it just happened that the way you came in from was just the one which they had no one watching.
Yeah. Hello,
But yeah,
everybody.
all four of you are in the same corner of the inside.
Yeah, we popped back as soon as we saw them.
Yeah.
Upstairs objective there.
Hey, everybody that's rating from TheSkyJoker's channel, welcome. Still early on in the cast.
Now Ramen's pushing that side. Ramen's
Yeah, this is good. Coordination is good.
Nades are coming out. Flash was a little too far. Mono's gonna look the wrong way. Not gonna go down. Mono takes down. Or Ramen's
A nice refrag, Cappy.
that up. Williams comes
Yeah.
back into the objective.
Came in straight after
Takes him down.
pre-fire.
Cappy's on
And
objective.
then a rare Cappy cap attempted, but
Capping, but he's not capping fast
He's pretty quick too.
yeah,
Could have been a goer, but it's probably the right decision to shoot there. It was too close to being able to take out two people, and then
you guys remember to bring your quad nods to the gameplay review.
hand now.
Spartan, I'm always wearing my quad nods. They never come off. You know this.
I don't know where we're going.
Okay, next round. This one. This is the bakery objective.
No quick way in to this building.
This one I got a little screwed by the sound.
I didn't even know that was. I didn't know you
this D was
didn't know that was
was pretty confident in this D. The only thing I would change on it would be Mono's position. I don't think he should be peeking that
with the
as
ship
much as he did.
as a decoy.
But
All the rest of
the
his
other
team
positions were all
are
good.
a thing.
So Mono is stopping along the
Thing, though. No way.
catwalk. Cappy and I are last men objective holding, with Cappy with me focused mainly on the east entrance into the bakery, and then Cappy's going to go up and hide himself from that east entrance on the stairs. Theta and Defilade are more ambush / cross map sightline positions.
Objective.
And from my perspective, I saw the first peaks coming from the north.
You will.
Although I, once again, didn't really know what to call it. I was just saying in front of us, which I know is a terrible call out.
Yeah, we had a bit of a chat about that. I was like, which direction's what and stuff. Yeah.
The front door of the bakery, but
But this is where I saw this guy. I don't know if they'll show my laser hitting it, but I saw this guy peeking this doorway
sorry, Defilade's tucked in the
at some point. I think I'd pop out in a moment, but we knew they were coming from the north.
really out of position. Theta might be outside.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Like, this one, I don't know. Didn't in the tent. Didn't know where like objects were enough to like set up a defense with lines. So it was just more of a, hey guys, you guys sort yourself out as you get in there. But so Defilade and Theta. Defilade was like, I'll go there. I was like, sweet, perfect, great spot.
No, Rome's gonna
Yeah, you can see my laser looking at that doorway now, so now they've been called out. And then shortly after that, I see this little team show up in front of me.
Now, across the concourse with his shield, he's going to run into Theta here.
This objective will be a fun one to attack, actually. Never got the chance.
Spoilers.
Theta definitely saw that shield.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I won't do that for any other rounds, but we win this one, obviously.
Theta's trying to bait it. I don't know. Theta's looking.
A key point for any newer players watching this, you see a shield, especially at a distance, and there's nothing exposed, don't take any shots. Just let him work, try to keep yourself concealed so you can't get picked off. Yeah,
That's a terrible frag. Holy crap.
I had no idea this was going on, but Ree backed up to avoid that grenade. And that's how I got him. He poked up again, and I shot him.
What's he doing?
That's not a.
He's not. Oh, he doesn't. He can't go through there. Oh Jesus! He almost fragged himself.
Didn't go long enough. I didn't get the panic from tossing a not live grenade. Okay.
Who got that one? Who got Ree?
I did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he panicked a little bit after that grenade screwed up, and he ran up the top of the ramp, and I shot him as he was going up there.
Yeah, sorry, I was watching the terrible frag, so I'm listening.
So my audio really screwed me here. I could hear the footsteps. You saw me just get up right there because Gladiator was right behind me, and then I thought I heard Mark 18 fire on the objective, so I started to rotate, and then he caught me with the AK-5C as I was running. Should have just stayed in cover there.
Yeah, one thing which we would have done a lot better on this defense would have been if we oh, Ramen got downed. If we had good call-outs of positions. Was he? Our call-outs were slightly off, which made it a bit harder to defend.
We've got Cappy, we've got Defilade, that's all of it. 3 Mayhemians up, 3.5 Rome up. Defilade putting shots onto Gladiator. He downs.
Yeah, I don't know. So Mono got picked up from below. He should have been just tucked back a bit more, I think.
AK-5C combo.
Dazzler says maybe if he had a Boke stock, he wouldn't have messed up that nade. Excellent point.
Need to confirm the body on Gladiator.
Boke stock just makes you a better player. Somewhat, I even argue it makes you a better person. I don't know. I'm just saying that for myself. James would never say that, but I'm endorsing it.
So Cappy had called out the shield here, so I was fragging the shield there. And as I came out, I saw the body, so I was like, I'll chuck it on the body. This frag made William have to turn sideways, and he got shot from the side by Cappy.
Yeah.
On the second one. So that's why you always, if you're fragging a shield and you know you've got a friend, put the frag to the side of them. Then if the frag doesn't get them, so if they face the shield towards the friend will get them. Don't know why Defilade rotated out. He had called that they knew his position, but they had to dig him out.
This is not going to gain you anything. You're just going to get a rotate because they're not going to be watching.
So Cappy and I just cross covering now. He's tucked up, so his feet, he can't get shot from underneath. As the person comes through that doorway, I'm watching that doorway primarily underneath him. And yeah, we weren't worried. I wasn't worried at this point. Probably should have been.
This was tense for all of us in the tent. I mean, we still had a substantial lead, but 2v2. You had good positioning, though. We weren't terribly concerned, but crazy things happen. Now Cappy gets that one, and then it's just all up to Varix.
Yeah. This point, really weren't worried. We knew it was 1v2, and we thought we'd won it at that point because the count was off, I think. I saw him slightly here, but I put a few rounds out just to push him back. Because I knew that I was wary of the time. I'd called to Cappy just to tuck. I actually yelled at him to go up top, to get up top into that little doorway. I yelled that at him just before I went down. Because he could have just run up top onto the little gangway. He wouldn't have had enough time to cap.
That was a good position that Cappy had. Mono and I were talking about that in the tent. Like, this is a really, really strong position for that objective.
So that was adjusted in round because he was down on the bottom, and then I was like, actually, he's too exposed to the doorway from that east. So if he's up high, as they come through the doorway, they can't get him. They have to be in, so it was a cross-cover engagement. Cross-cover, so I was watching underneath Cappy, and then Cappy was watching over the top of me.
So while I'm looking for this next map, Spartan has a question from the chat for you. He says, if I bought a Boke stock, can I swap over the magnet mounts from the mag tube to the Boke stock for the index controllers?
Yes, you can. The problem is with the mag tube, with the index controllers, it does raise the controllers up quite a lot. So there is a version with a higher shoulder point. This is in a marksman version as well, which I need to finish off at some point. I've just been really busy with work. So yeah, I'd hold off a little bit, Spartan.
There you go, an answer from the man himself, Spartan.
If you're not in my Discord, are you in my Discord? I can't remember. Jump over to there, and there'll be more details as that design comes out.
Alright, so this is jumping into the second map, Panda Towers. This is an important moment because I saw Ree come out, and I just took shots, and I knew he was going to get trapped in this corner because there's no way to push forward from there. You can't continue down this roof from that corner, and if he came out, we would see him. So Cappy and I were keeping him pinned. Cappy watching down the sky bridge as I'm watching to see if he tries to get a rotation.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Defilade just joined with the Discord.
And the rest of the team, we've got Gladiator watching this side as well as Ramen watching the what roof am I on? The west roof. I'm so turned around on this map. That is north apparently. I don't know why.
So Ree
Tell me if this happens to you guys.
bottled up in this little spot right here.
On maps,
Again, I had not seen any movement, so I knew he was stuck in that corner. And I had shot at him, so he must have known that we had seen him.
And then you pull out your
I
tablet or whatever, and you're just like,
take this to throw a grenade at him. I was pretty sure I got him because I heard the downing sound, but wasn't 100% on that.
Was a beautiful grenade.
Joker has joined us.
Yeah, I've been in here a while, just waiting for a moment.
That was the moment.
That was it. The moment.
So this was confusing to me. I get res by James in a moment here, but I could hear Ree giving call out, so I was convinced I just traded there. In fact, you'll see later in the round I try to confirm the body again because I heard talking coming from that general direction.
Yeah, I was trying to find Ree as I came across as well. The sound was a bit weird on this map.
Sound is just weird in general and Onward at the moment. Let's just be real.
I really liked our push with Defilade and I right there. We had a little bit of confusion on where Ramen was, just because my call out wasn't the best. But I did end up picking him up. I only downed him as he got rezzed right there.
Yeah, this little battle with William here. And by the way, Defilade, we're in voice channel in the Theta Discord. I could probably bring you in here if you just join Theta Voice. I can drag you in, or somebody can drag you in.
I'll drag him in if he wants to.
Yeah, this part cracks me up. He threw his pistol. I don't know what he thought he was going to come.
I saw that.
But I winged him as he did that, and then he tried to rotate out.
A wild Defi has appeared.
Now it's all up to Theta and SkyJoker, who are inside.
He's muted.
And I believe this is the round. Yes, this is the round. If I had brought a flashbang, I actually would have flashed Ramen in that corner, and I would have gone for the gap. But I brought a smoke instead.
That was a nice round.
I had a really good push back there, and he was so tunnel visioned on hearing Theta's rounds in the front that he didn't even see me.
Well, I risked Theta, and Theta got 3 kills, so I'm pretty sure I get like at least half of those.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
Yeah, cool.
Onward arithmetic. It's just science.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to keep William compressed in that corner after raising you, but just the peak at the moment is just too strong. I was pretty far in the corner and everything, and he pops out and gets me.
Yeah. And for anybody who hasn't spent a lot of time on Panda Towers, you're going to see this a lot just because the sky bridge is so important on this map. See, I don't understand this one. He peeks his head out here. I could see his face from my position. And I could see the shield, too. I was just thinking, is this guy really trying to pick me off with a shield from there? And I figured I'll just take a shot, see what happens. I know earlier I was saying don't take long-distance shots at shields, but this was an exception because I could see so much of his body. So if you're going to be a shield player, don't do that. Your job as a shield player is to gather information, not to try and take long shots.
You got guys with rifles for that.
Yep.
And also, if you're not a seasoned shield player, don't pick up the shield. It's probably more like a handicap than anything.
Yeah, we famously lost a match point on Subway in Season 9 because it was 3-3. We were up. It was like, what, 3-1, 4-1?
Yep.
And the last guy picked everybody off because somebody had picked up a shield and we kept trying to position it just the right way.
It was against Blaze.
Yeah, it was just comical. So ever since then, it's just like, remember Subway whenever somebody tries to pick up a shield.
Remember the tragedy that was Subway.
Yeah.
It's good to have those learning points. You don't learn it otherwise.
Yep.
Man, I don't know how Varric survives this frag, though. In about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. It was a frag mainly to push him out of position, so it worked, but he still should have got him.
Did you see the comments in the Twitch when they were doing the streaming, when they were like, Defilade's using a tar? I can just hear James saying, I can't believe you're using a tar.
I don't mind I don't mind the tar, to be honest.
I like the tar.
Yeah.
And it gives me, I hate the G38 or the G36.
It's mono. It's mono that's so against it.
The tar lines up with your where you have your stock position as well, doesn't it?
That's the reason I run it. It's the only thing that does.
At least it shoots straight. At least it's because it uses 5.56 rounds, doesn't it? So it's doesn't have much bullet drop.
You can put
compared to like the Val.
Not a great firing rate, but as long as you put shots on, you'll kill them.
You can also throw Marsoc drums in there. I found out.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That
I found that out by accident. Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe that did not.
So that was to push him out of position. That was the main.
Oh my goodness.
He was about an inch away from dying.
Yeah. That grenade should have taken him out.
So we adjusted to we adjusted from an outward focus to inward focused with cross cover lines here. So initial setup was outward focused based upon the entranceways, and then we now focus to more inwards, looking across the objective, covering doorways. But it was a team adjustment, not just individual.
I'm surprised he didn't see that C4 up there, honestly.
Mm.
I heard this guy going back and forth. I was hoping the nade got him, but as soon as the smoke subsided a little bit, so I knew where he was when I peeked the corner.
And Gladiator pushes these stairs with the shield on his back. I don't know why, but I caught him in the feet.
Nice.
Like I said, if you're not a seasoned shield player, don't pick it up if you're not going to use it.
I mean, Gladiator's been playing a long time. I don't know if that's really it.
Good with it. Yeah.
It's just more
fair.
probably just a lack of map knowledge, which we're all dealing with.
They've got a lot of good shield players on their team.
Yeah. Yeah, William and Gladiator both know how to handle it.
William's a
who are we playing
monster
this
with
week?
it.
We don't have it next week.
Don't have one.
Yeah.
Oh.
New tournament announced today, guys. We'll be playing more on the standard maps, maybe a couple of customs linked in there.
Okay.
Yeah, he took out my C4 right here. I was pissed.
There it is.
And so Ree also has run shield a little bit, so he'll pick it up. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Just a tough situation to be in on this objective. 3v1 and we're all pretty locked down on it.
I got shot in the side by Ramen. He popped me through the smoke, so I was downed or dead. D-E-D dead.
So this is a good way of approaching a shield, if it actually was a shield at this point, is to get close, because you can get around the shield. Like that. Perfect. Nicely done.
Boom.
But we also had backup players from alternate angles, so if we didn't, the other way we could have approached it is force him to break the line of cover, and then one of us get him from the side. Whichever one he looks at, the other one gets him.
Because there's no way he was putting the shield in between three of y'all.
Nope.
I thought I had this dude clean. I put like 5 rounds into his head this round.
aggressive action.
I really like this round.
Not a catwalk. What is this called? Skybridge?
Well, of course you like this round. No spoilers.
Yeah, what a shock.
For more than just that reason.
No, it looked nice.
Play.
It looked cool.
Yes.
Last two coordination is key. I think that's where you get the best.
I whistled at him and pointed up the stairs at the same time, but he didn't see me. But we did it. We executed it perfectly.
I already knew what you wanted me to do, so I was already going over there.
Good man.
That's why it's sometimes quite good to run sort of staggered attacks and like almost do a 3-2 attack, so you have 3 more aggressive. And as long as they weaken it, the last 2 are more rotation and work together type attackers. And then you can pick up a lot. You can pick off 4 with the last 2 if you do that correctly.
Dude, right here when you died, I looked across the little gap and your body was flipping up in the air. I was like, oh, well, I guess that's James.
I watched my recording of that. I put like 5 rounds into his head. And I was like, sweet, ready to move on.
I think I was around that time I was asking to see if anybody knew it was a trade. Because it sounded like one, but I wanted to confirm.
Yeah, Theta could see the body from the sky bridge.
Yeah, I think he's the one that responded to me.
Yep, and William, I did not... Obviously, I couldn't see it, but he had a pretty nasty little spot for that drone. And he ends up having quite a spicy angle on me, too, and downs me. I thought he'd shot me through the box, but it turned out he had shot me through that little narrow window. Cappy picks me up in just a minute.
Yeah, it's a good res.
Wow.
And see, he's got... I don't know if you guys saw it earlier. You're talking, but the drone's right here, so he's looking straight down the sky bridge.
Good little spot. You start searching for those drone spots.
Yeah.
Man, I would run the drone and the marksman on Volk if there was any decent fucking guns. Isn't. Like I even tried using the G3 on single fire mode. Can't.
See, I saw you going up there, so I immediately turned towards the other stairs.
Yeah.
And you started clicking your radio. For some reason, in my mind, I thought, oh, somebody's going for the cap. So that's why I was actually pre-firing up those stairs. I was trying to draw attention.
It worked.
Yeah. That's all I was doing, was just grabbing attention.
The only thing I probably would have done
went to cap.
on this attack differently is just the sky bridge could have held off a little bit longer until these guys are starting to split their focus, come up the stairs. And then you would have had a really good pincer in, but this still worked really well, obviously.
I got lucky when I turned that corner. The wrong went back.
And I know William was watching me with that drone. I don't know how he let me kill him, to be honest. Oh, definitely gum. That's why. That's why. Okay, so definitely come on the side. And that's when I went for the cap. That's right. I actually missed the number.
Pretty good.
And that's the match. Then we go into a less fortunate map.
A map which, for a bit of context, 3 of us had never seen this map.
Never played it. Not once.
Never played it.
Nope.
I'd gone in and done a free roam for about 5 minutes before the match. That's it. And we're playing against a team which I think had played on this map before. If they hadn't, then they certainly adjusted very well to it.
Yeah, I had casted them.
Like
I casted them playing this map before, and they knew what they were doing on it. They had all kinds of good spots and stuff.
So we're sort of figuring this out as we went in. I was in the tent. I was going like, where are the entrances to this objective and all this sort of stuff. So like, yeah, it's got a bit. And then this round turns comical again. Another round which would be great to have the comms on.
I know, right?
Because it was quite funny. / depressing, but
so that
funny.
C4 that's on the wall, I thought I made it over the ledge. I thought it was inside the hallway. That's why when it got Cappy, I was like, oh no.
Let's count the downs. The downs from
One.
TheSkyJoker.
1.
Yeah.
Could be 2. And 3.
I mean, that's technically a down.
I had no idea they could get on that roof at all.
I just killed somebody over here, and then I heard them moving around, but did not expect William to be right there.
Oh, that's a big push out.
Yeah,
Ambushy.
It's the third map. There's no MMR. I just wanted to get a little spicy.
True. Yeah.
I was like,
Fair
I
enough.
want to get spicy. Maybe I'll have a highlight. Instead,
I think we pretty much said that in the tent. Let's just have some fun on this map.
Yeah.
We didn't know it, so just yeah.
Is good for a lot of objectives on this map. It's good for objectives.
I think this round was most fun I've had.
Just gives a really good
We should have had it.
Because you're a terrible teammate.
This setup we had here was actually quite good. Like we had the lines covered and everything. But then it just turned to shit, as you'll see.
And I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe that these walls up top are penetrable.
And note that I've been in this position all round, everyone, okay?
Yeah, the entire round.
Literally the whole round. Whilst talking to people, whilst coming out and then reviving. I think the only time I came out of that position was to revive Joker, and then go back into that position. Yep.
Yep, it was to revive me. So, this was me saying thank you, I'm just saying.
Jesus.
I don't know why you don't accept my thanks.
There it is. Accept his gifts.
We use all of our syringes at this point. So at this point, I used my own syringe because I fell off the ledge at the start. And then I'd rezzed Cappy and SkyJoker using their own syringes. So we had no syringes.
Yeah, Theta and I were in the tent. We're like, what the hell is going on? They're running all over James, but he's not coming up.
I was like, there are no more syringes. Go get a syringe. Dude.
It was a confusing moment in the tent, not having comms or anything.
Yeah.
And then when I got rezzed, I lost my primary. Like my primary on there. So I had to go and grab like a red dot AK-5C. Ugh.
Oh god, the worst.
I use red dot on my AK-5C.
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Let's have a team chat about SkyJoker after this.
The problem I find with the holographics is they take up so many pixels on the screen. It's so hard to get precise shots with them. So unless you're being up close aggressive, I don't like them.
See, I wouldn't have pushed out of your corner there, Joker. I think your corner was more powerful than when you're halfway along the wall. You exposed yourself to that southwest angle.
Gotcha.
Dazzler, you're on the short list for replacements for Joker. So let's just hope he continues the team.
Yeah, I think he's one team kill away from being replaced. If we're just being real about it.
Pretty.
On customs, like 100% of the time. Not actually.
Unless it's mono. That's bonus points.
Well,
that doesn't.
Mono doesn't leave because he's.
Oh, jeez, they do know the spots. Look at that spot.
I know.
Yeah. That's where I think he killed me there. He went around the side of this little.
Where did he see somebody?
Oh, this is not the right round. One weird.
I got surprised a few times by their spots. They really knew what they were doing on this one.
I think any TK of mono Spartan is a plus in his column rather than a minus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, James will add a kill in our stats after the match. But as I was saying, mono can't leave because who else is going to absorb all of our abuse? It's a key role.
I don't know how I survived this against.
Oh, I only downed him. See, on my screen, his body flew up and I couldn't see him, so I didn't finish the kill.
That's why you always yell pull and dump a whole magazine into the body as it goes up.
This is why
I knew you were gonna go
on the pole.
Well, I recklessly ran up and confirmed it because I heard him talking and I was like, this is a free kill. I can't let Defilade have this.
I had a frag cooking in my hand when he jumped off there.
All my kills. Good job.
Gotta pad those KDRs somehow.
That's right.
At least I took somebody out on the way there. I did something constructive. There we go, I just got bloodlust. You can see me just sprinting up those stairs. Just, I can smell the confirmed kill. There it is.
They just had me right about now. Can I patent my laser-guided frag grenades? No. They're only for me. Thank you. This is a map where my frags didn't quite work out as well because I didn't quite have a good picture of the map in my head.
Oh, that's right. You laser fragged Spartan in the pregame for this match, and he was talking about it.
No, they're not laser guided. Lasers would give away our position to you with your quad knots. They have to be heat seeking.
They've got little legs. They got little wings and little legs, and they actually have artificial intelligence embedded in them, and they just go and fly themselves towards the enemy team.
Could also be GPS guided, but James has to disclose the exact methods for us to know for sure.
He still won't tell us.
No.
Well,
He says something about plausible deniability or something. I don't know.
So we hadn't realized. We thought it was on the ground floor, this objective. So our whole setup is based upon the objective being on down the stairs.
I mean, it used to be.
You can see me and Cappy running around like I'm like running around like where the hell's the objective? I can't see it. Where is it? Where is it? And then he suddenly says, "Oh, it's upstairs."
And I could not see him through that smoke, but he could see me.
Yeah, I thought that you were behind me trying to go around this back to do the res. I didn't know you were still behind that that box, or else I would have called out he's on the right-hand side.
Oh, Cappy cleaned him up.
Nice shot right there.
We should have had this round hard.
I mean, we should have had the map, but you know what?
Yeah.
What happens?
Yeah, no. This is the one round I got quite frustrated during this round, as people might say, as Theta and Defilade might say, as they're in the tent with me.
Frustrated.
You don't get frustrated.
But when I get frustrated, as I always say, it's because I'm already dead. So I've already fucked up. So yeah. So there's two entrances. The reason I got frustrated, there's two entrances to upstairs on this. That's it. As soon as you realize it's upstairs, there's only only two.
I was trying to
ways
focus
up.
my attention on that ramp up right there. That's all I was trying to focus on.
Yeah, and that's just what we needed.
The spot you were holding, Joker, was perfect. If Cappy would have been on the top side of that other one and just sat, this would have been a lock.
Cappy just needed to sit in that room upstairs and watch that doorway as they cross from that from the top side one, and then it was perfect. Instead, yeah. But,
and we had talked about the rooftop beforehand, and we knew that was the one counter to that our roof was the other side, and then he exposed himself to it.
I don't think Cappy ever played this either, so he may not have known it was there.
Yeah, he didn't.
No, he didn't. I don't think he caught up.
Cappy was one of the ones he'd never seen this map.
I didn't even know that other stairwell was there until the following round. I was like, oh, look at this shit. We're up here.
Oh, so maybe it was after this round we talked about it.
Yeah, it was, I think.
Because I think I was the only one who, me and maybe Theta were probably the only ones that knew this roof was accessible just because of SFT lobbies. We just happened to have played it once.
Will does it perfectly because he just sits in a place that he can overwatch and wait.
Yeah,
exactly what you need to do.
And we should have just been waiting. Like we've got the advantage. They have to come to us. Whatever it comes to, eventually they have to go for that objective. Always remember that when you're on Volk.
And he took those shots. I knew he was on that rooftop. I just was not prepared for him to run to the exact opposite side of the map again.
I don't know.
More players do. Reposition immediately.
Oh yeah,
at this
it
point,
was the right move.
Yeah. I wouldn't have been peeking this much. At this point, you need to be a little bit more peaky,
Yeah,
but
we
still could have
could-
probably held it down from up top.
We could tell Joker was a little amped up at this point, running back
Oh,
and
yeah.
forth.
Because I didn't know the layout up there well enough to know exactly where to sit to hold both ramps without getting snuck up on. I just didn't want to get capped on.
So
So I was happy with dying.
James, based on all of these rounds and the tournament as a whole, are we looking to actually incorporate certain maps into the main season?
Ideal world, yeah. That would be nice. Obviously, well, they'll have to be crossplay. We were looking at whether we could have some PCVR, and maybe there is an option of some form of checkbox or something, but at the moment, crossplay. We also don't want to overbalance into small maps, though, because the more viable...
I missed that last time I watched the footage.
Can we get a backtrack on that?
That's brilliant.
That was pretty funny.
You want to rewind?
Yeah, can we get a quick
Replay.
replay?
We're just like, holy shit, it's right here.
Yeah,
Well,
I remember that.
I heard him. I knew
Yeah.
we knew that they were there. I really wanted to throw a nade, but I didn't know where they were coming out from. I thought they were on the top. So I looked and I was like, wait, oh, he's a bad guy.
Brilliant. But long story short, yeah, we are looking at trying to get a couple of custom maps in. Would be quite cool.
Yeah, there are some.
Yeah,
There
they
are
might
some ones
swap
that
out.
definitely need to be up there.
Like, yeah, they might swap out. We don't want to have like a tanker, a USS Quest, and a cargo. Like they're all very similar maps. For example.
Well, but you do want to be able to play them enough to get really good at them. I mean, just like everybody plays, you know, Quarantine a million times. I think if you have stability, you can come up with cheeky plays and things that people are not expecting. You know.
I knew I was trapped here, so I was like, Cappy, give us smoke. Because William had me.
That was a damn good smoke placement, too.
It was nice.
Theta was behind him.
I don't know how Ree knew I was back there. I was crouching and he just spun around and shot me.
Now Ree's rotating.
It's bad timing on my part, I guess.
Still in spawn. Comes around the corner. Doesn't see him. Finds the backside of Ree.
Oh, he got.
I heard him coming, so I turned around and came back. I don't think they'd have both of them off the roof at this point in the round when they only had 2 up. We had a good kill count. So that's why I pushed out into the open. I was like, the last dude will be on the roof.
That's where he got Cappy from.
Yeah, I heard those shots and I thought it was downstairs. Because I'm downed here, not out. Oh, he was going to finish me off.
Yeah.
He heard me.
He got that bloodlust for confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah, who does that? Who just recklessly throws themselves into the void, going for?
I like how we got a replay of the replay.
Noobs, bronze players.
We should have this round. We should have won.
Yeah,
100%.
I want to know how they got through. I haven't seen this round yet.
Well, I pick off the first guy running right now. Glad.
You'll nice. Yeah, I saw that dude come through. I was like, fuck, I missed him.
Because I mean, it felt like they just walked right up the middle.
Oh, see, look, 5v2, and we lose.
Yeah, this is insane.
Wait, what? There was only 2 of them?
Yeah. So the guy picks me off way down on the other side. I did not see him at all. Like, I was looking. I tried to get this dude with a nade.
I didn't know there was only 2 of them. Did we even have a kill count? I don't think we did.
We had the setup too. The setup problem was
I called out that I got 2 and Theta got 1, so
I think
kind of knew.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know how he killed me from here. That was such a small fucking angle.
I rotate to cover the angle in a moment.
Yeah, we had, and then the setup of they came in. Yeah, where they came in the end got me a little bit like, what the fuck? But I didn't realize. I thought we had cover from that direction. It was a lack of map knowledge.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, they did play it smart. So, you know, kudos for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Together, and William finds Theta.
Yeah, I got victimized by that same tiny angle. I could barely see him, and he popped me. They knew what they were doing down there. That was a smart setup. And they had Varix pushing in too, so attention gets divided pretty quickly.
Yeah, you could see him. Your laser went onto Varix just before you got shot. So here, we'd adjusted to that. I was watching the northwest, and we had Cappy watching this.
Yep.
The south.
We were
the
all
southwest.
talking about it.
Yep. But I didn't realize SkyJoker's position was where it was. Because now we've lost us. At this point, I was talking to Sky and like, you got the southwest, sweet. And then I get shot from here. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So I think it was just lack of map knowledge. I don't know if you knew that there was an entrance there.
I knew.
had no
I just
idea
didn't
there
realize
was 2 entrances on the bottom. That's why I was watching that entire swath all the way down that alleyway. I didn't think he could get over around the backside of that wall. I guess
I was so focused on that door because I had heard all that commotion out there from Barracks and them outside that door, so I was just expecting a push from there. And
in this round, we just lost people so easy. Yeah, they knew we chucked C4 and everything.
Look at that spot of gladiators. Cheeky.
I don't know if this is penetrable.
It's a nice spot.
This thing's not penetrable.
Once you know it, it's not nice, but it's a nice spot on an unknown map.
Maybe it will. We'll see.
Oh, you see Ford over there.
Yeah.
Not
He's
really
just
gonna
listening.
do much.
Camera for that.
No.
Just in case.
I nade that corner right there that I was at because I figured somebody'd be there.
The Mayhem team taking it a little bit slow on this approach. Oh, James throwing his nades. Oh my
I think
God.
this first nade goes a bit long. I just don't quite know the map. So I'm trying to nade your spot there, Defilade. Yeah. I called it long as I said it. And so second one I try and see where the second one goes.
From Gladiator. Not good. These
Please be
nades
good.
are
Oh
Yes.
man, you
Yes.
should have glad, dude.
Yeah.
It got
Nah,
look, it got
little
exactly where you were, Defilade.
Yep, that second one.
That's where I was asked for.
And then I throw another one.
Oof.
There we go.
See if it hits the spot.
Ramen
Yep,
finds
it did.
As TheSkyJoker comes to the door, Ramen here.
Mm.
He's looking that way.
Yeah, they had a good day here. But we just kept pushing the same line, it looked like, because suddenly everyone was dead.
Well, Cappy runs in here, right?
Are they?
This is a
Are they gonna go through
goofy.
the board anyway? I can't tell what's happening here. Ree finds Theta.
Yeah, I was trying to creep on the opposite side. Ree had a really spicy little spot watching it.
Yeah, it does look
Could not do anything about it.
Now we've got William here waiting for
Right here.
Yeah,
Like, William
if I
kills
were-
Cappy somehow as he's looking at him,
for the second one. He finds the second
and then I'm like, huh? What? Oh,
Oh no.
yeah, I'm dead.
Last man standing, James.
Yes, I
Five
would say that they've
members
played this map
alive.
more than once,
Not a good way to attack an objective.
just based upon the positionings and stuff, and how they did their attack lines.
Again, they played smart.
Yeah,
Well-
no, definitely.
Gladiator takes him down with a long shot in a trade, and a roam.
Man, I thought I'd got him clean again.
I just want to watch this grenade throw.
I hit his
There we-
head.
There we have it. So, guys, after watching that footage, what are the takeaways here? What can we tell the viewers at home that will help them become better Onward players, better humans?
Map knowledge helps a lot. This is a good one. And then just never giving up, as you saw in a few of the rounds. Just, you know, when you even got 2 up against 2v5, you can win. Just play smart, take it step by step.
I think we can also take away that SkyJoker loves his teammates. I think that was made very
Yes.
clear by this cast.
Very apparent.
Yeah. Talk later.
Yeah. We're gonna have a nice...
He's definitely very thankful and appreciative for being allowed onto the team, and he wanted to show that to everyone.
It's nice of you to share.
He's still new to it, so he doesn't. He's like, oh wait, oh they're teammates. Oh,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Well, on a more serious note, knowing your team's locations and being attuned to where they are moving to, how many are left, and just kind of the areas that they are moving through and clearing, because if you do things correctly, and you know you're lucky because luck does play a part, you're going to have a lot more success on getting to that final location. You know, especially if you're like attacking on Marsoc. And you're kind of down a couple players, just know exactly where your other team is and what their intent is. And it takes a long time to play with them. You kind of understand them, understand their mindset, understand their movements and rotations, and what the goal is for your movement. And you guys, you know, obviously it works out if it's done correctly.
Yeah.
and that's what it feeds into the team. Like one of the best parts of a team is the actual team part. Like sticking together is often more important than getting into a higher team or anything. Like sticking together and becoming a unit is really, really important. And you can go really far like that.
Team should be less team and more family, for sure.
Yep.
Well, I think...
It's a big culture requirement.
Well, overall, I think people, especially newer players and newer teams, they put a big emphasis on tactics and what our spot's going to be and trying to find cute little angles and things like that. Really, what you want to get, and this takes time and experience, is a situation where you don't even have to say anything necessarily to somebody. You just know. Like, you want to get to that intuitive level of teamwork, and that's really tough. And some people, no matter what, it's never going to happen because they just don't think the same way or whatever. But it's funny because you go into a tent of a team like ours or any other team in the top 10, you're not going to find a ton of tactical discussions. Like, some of it will be that, of course, but it's mostly like a general idea of what you're going to do, and then the assumption is, look, we all know how to work together, and we're going to find a way to make this happen in-game because we know how to work together. And that's what you should be aspiring to more than anything.
Especially on attack.
Yeah.
Like, trying to do really planned out attacks generally don't work that well. They can on occasion, and they can work really well on occasion, but on average, they don't work that well because as soon as something happens, the plan no longer works. So our attacks are more of a general couple of guys this way, couple of guys that way. That's it, really. And then the defense is a bit more lined up because you got cross-covering lines, but we already know all those on the standard maps.
Yep. In defense, like you said, you can just kind of line things up a bit, but even then you have to make adjustments. So for any of those newer players out there watching that, don't think that the secret to success is knowing all the cute angles. It's a little more subtle than that. A lot more subtle than that.
And you have to know what your team are watching, especially on defense, for two reasons. One, you need to know whether you need to look that way. Like, if you hear something in that direction and you got a teammate there, you don't look in that direction. They've got it covered. Trust them. You've got your direction. And you also need to know if their teammate dies, where the weakness has been exposed for. Where there is now a weakness, so that you can adjust your 3-man defense or your 2-man defense to cover that weakness.
That's maybe an underserved concept, is trust. Sort of like, let's see, I probably can't find it here. I won't waste too much time looking around, but that defensive round on Orbital, when you're watching my back and I'm watching down that staircase, you have to have the trust in your teammates that they're doing the right thing. And again, this just takes time and experience. If you're a brand new team, it's really hard to trust your teammates because everybody's still learning. And there's even some of that at the higher levels. I mean, it just happens. You don't always know what's going on. But that's, again, sort of the aspiration, the ideal that you're looking for is just an intuitive understanding and trust between teammates that, okay, I've got this thing, this is my responsibility, and I'm not going to try to play every role because I know the other guys on the team, the other people on the team, I should say, are going to handle their responsibilities. So, again, that's what you're
I rank
shooting
trust
for.
as being the second most important thing. I've got a top 5 thing, which I give if people ask, for any advice. I give like a top 5, and trust and teamwork, they're the second from the highest.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that just about covers it. So, gonna cut it out for tonight. This is your old friend Theta, also joined by Defilade, JamesBowk, and TheSkyJoker. We all wish you a good night, and I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm gonna get on a little bit and shoot some virtual bullets at some virtual people.
Sounds good.
All right. See you all later.
Thanks, everyone. Cheers, guys.